Irom Sharmila is known as the Iron Lady of Manipur, not because she is made of iron or has anything to do with the metal, but for the resolve that could put even the strongest metal and its strength to shame. She has been fasting for more than 16 years now and has been protesting against the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, or AFSPA as we all call it. AFSPA has been implemented and is in place in Manipur and Jammu and Kashmir. The state government of Manipur has been force-feeding her for almost more than 1.5 decades, instrumentally through Rally's tube attached to her nose. Over the years, only a selected few are allowed to meet her in her solitary confinement. Every year, she is released for 24 hours and once again arrested and put back into the prison in this hospital. Over the years, she has stuck to her resolve, but on 26 July, she made an announcement and hit the headlines once again. She said she would go ahead the democratic political way to protest against AFSPA in future too.
Here on India Today TV, our top focus tonight, the Iron Lady of Manipur, Irom Sharmila, has announced that she is set to end her 16-year-long fast next month.
She will break her fast, headline screamed. She will marry, headline screamed.
या फिर सिस्टम के जरिए राजनीतिक सत्ता को चुनौती देने वाले हों या संघर्ष करने वाले सिर्फ एक पहचान बना पाते हैं.
She will contest the election, headline screamed.
India Manipur democracy politics administration system the home for tribal kai miam ge seng voice lehan ba khoi seng representative na thingjan tribal kai home go for oi haina aina ipukning chida japing na lep saraga ai si independent mere poina anti AFSPA gi single issue da focus tawraga ai si mere poirage.
But what the headlines did not scream was why she lost her prime youth to a fight that is still not over. It spoke about the Iron Lady of Manipur and her fight against Armed Forces Special Powers Act. How she has been fasting for past 16 years to repeal AFSPA from Manipur, and how that connects her fight with another AFSPA hit state of India, Jammu and Kashmir, is once again back in the newsroom discussion. But it didn't tell you the story of Irom Sharmila, a dreamy-eyed, simple girl from Paramport, Imphal, who believed that world can be changed with non-violent movement. A faith she still ascribes to as she decided to join the pole fray to carry on with her fight beyond the fast.
Lobby to Raga, the government action Hanaba Mazuda Amukshu, ownership key, having Nankanano, have a question of Labanina. Adu effective or never get a Miam Karantana Lepi Roy had an later turning for come to the minor a mother medias portrait or a no Bopandu Omaha.
16 years ago, why did she start this fast in the first place? To know the answer, we need to know who Irom Sharmila was before she became the Iron Lady. On 2nd November 2000, around 3:30 in the afternoon, 10 people were killed by Assam Rifles at Malom bus stop in Manipur. A bomb attack on Assam Rifles convoy in Tidim Road prompted the random firing at Malom. As old as a 62-year-old woman and as young as 18-year-old National Child Bravery Award winner was killed in the massacre. There was one more person who was killed for life, and that was 28-year-old Irom Sharmila. It was a Thursday, and like most Hindu women of East India, Irom Sharmila was fasting that day. Hearing the report of Malom massacre, Sharmila could not break her fast in the following days. 2 days later, on 4th of November, Irom Sharmila took her mother's blessings and joined the movement against AFSPA by fasting unto death.
Once they started have fasting, I was in class 5. So I don't know what is the meaning of AFSPA and all. I just know that my auntie is going to be fasting to repeal AFSPA. I was shocked and I don't know. And I was excited also, she is doing something. But then later on I come to know what is AFSPA and all. So she is doing great works. So no one can do like this. Now it's going to be 16 years. So now I feel proud.
And with that one decision, Irom Sharmila lost her 9th child. Her beloved shy daughter Sharmila to a cause that has made her famous. An icon, but has taken her away from her home forever. Irom Sharmila was a shy child who once dreamt of becoming a doctor. Her father, Irom Nanda, who worked as an attendant in the state-run veterinary department, was her inspiration in life. Once she gave up on medicine as a career choice, she did a short course in journalism and started working for UN Landpower. She was also acting as a volunteer activist for Human Rights Alert. She was working as a translator for advocates in the Inquiry Commission for another Manipuri woman, Mercy M. Kabui's gang rape by CRPF men. Mercy's account had disturbed Sharmila. The report of Malom massacre made her resolve to raise her voice against AFSPA stronger.
Being a family member, sometimes I feel so sad because I'm losing my auntie. Now I have only 3 aunts. She's sacrificing her life, but so I feel sometimes so sad because I have only 3 aunts now. But as a Manipuri woman, as a human being, I really feel proud as a Manipuri lady. I really feel proud that yes, someone, Manipuri lady is doing so much of art, not only for the Manipur. So sometimes I feel so proud, but as a family member, sometimes I feel sad because she is my family, is auntie. I don't want to lose her sometimes.
Snuggled among Manipur hills, the land of Kanhaiya Park, or the Kingdom of Manipur merged with India through an instrument of accession signed by its king Maharaja Bodhchandra in October 1949. Prior to this accession, Manipur had a democratic form of government with the king as its executive head in post-Second World War period. The king was summoned to Shillong, where he signed the accession treaty to India. People of Manipur believe it was signed under duress. A movement to establish a sovereign Manipur state started soon after. It has drenched the state in bloody path of confrontation with Indian state machinery. Irom Sharmila emerged on the scene after decades of strong protests against military presence of India in the state. The year 2000 was particularly bad. Mercy Kabui's gang rape, followed by bomb blast on Tidim Road of Imphal, and the Malom massacre of 10 innocent people made Manipuris boil in anger. Irom Sharmila was volunteer activist at that point of time and knew no other way to react except the drastic step that she took. She was fasting like she did on any other Thursday. The only difference? She never broke that fast. On 4th of November 2000, she went public with her fast unto death in protest against AFSPA at Malom bus stand. 3 days later, she was taken into custody for attempt to suicide, which is a criminal offence. While in custody, as she refused to break fast, Sharmila's condition deteriorated. On 21st of November, nasogastric intubation or Rayleigh's tube, as it is more commonly known in medical parlance, to force-feed a patient through nostrils by tubes, was forced on her. Since then, she has been on Rayleigh's tubes and on a liquid diet of juices and other supplements. But the law couldn't keep her captive for more than a year at a time. So every year she would be released for a day before a year of her captivity turns 365 days old, and she would be promptly taken back into custody as soon as 24 hours is over for another 364 days.
we can't meet her. Every time we can't meet her. Only when she released, at that time we can meet. If we want to meet him, even though we are family member also, we have to take permission from the government also. So whenever she release, we try to meet her, and yes, she is our family member, so we want to cry, we want to hug her. But if we show our weakness, we will become weak. So we try to hide our weakness, and see, whatever she is doing, we support her.
It catapulted her to political fame instantly in the state, but she needed to be heard in Delhi. Manorama rape case shook the collective conscience of the nation. 12 women came out naked in protest in front of Kangla Fort, holding a banner that said, "Indian Army came and raped us." They are known as 12 Mothers of Manipur. The struggle was gaining momentum. Following her procedural release on 2nd of October 2006, Irom Sharmila came to Rajghat in the capital to pay homage to the father of nation and the ultimate symbol of non-violent movement. Later in the day, she went to Jantar Mantar to sit in a protest with human rights activists and students. On 6th of October, Delhi police rearrested her from Jantar Mantar for attempt to suicide and took her to AIIMS. She was then shifted back to Jawaharlal Nehru Hospital in Manipur. Sharmila wrote to the Prime Minister, Home Minister of the time, and to all their successors to the offices. Got support from Nobel laureate Shireen Ebadi, who promised to raise her cause in the United Nations. In 2011, when the country was swaying with Anna Hazare and his anti-corruption movement, Irom Sharmila invited him to visit Manipur. In response, she received 2 representatives from Anna's camp who came calling. Now and again, there would be support shown to her cause by civil society in different parts of the country. Dramas would be staged depicting her life and struggle. Trinamool Congress leader Mamata Banerjee met Sharmila and expressed her solidarity with the cause. So did CPIM. As she approached 11th year of her fast, Irom Sharmila wrote to Dr. Manmohan Singh, the then Prime Minister, asking him to repeal AFSPA.
Sometimes upsetting issues also comes up to her in terms of many, the governments are not responding to her. Despite of the several intense movement have been struggled across India by different civil society or different international platform as well. Even the government itself during the Manmohan Singh time as well have recommended for the Justice Jeevan Reddy Commission has already recommended for the repeal of the Act. Again, the Virappa Moily Commission also repealed the Act, recommendation for the repeal of the Act, and even the UN CERT as well, or UN CEDAW as well, have recommended for the repeal of this Act in 2007. However, this kind of responses from the international as well as even by the government elected commissions is being hijacked away by the or keeping silent and muffled by the government. So this makes her to her upset a lot. So that makes her to take this decision, I think, and want to do a different strategy. I think this is another different strategy. She want to involve in the election and want to start another form of protest.
All this while Sharmila has not met her mother, as it might weaken her. This year, on March 28th, the local court rejected charges against her and she was set free. Following which, she went to Imphaal's Shahid Minar and continued her fast for repeal of AFSPA. Sharmila was taken back in judicial custody. Her next hearing is slated for 9th of August. Chuni Bala was in her 5th grade when her aunt Irom Sharmila started her iconic fast to repeal AFSPA. All that she remembers of her aunt is how she loved to read and cook for all.
I remember that she is pure vegetarian. She never ate fish, never ate egg also. She loved to cook food. She prepared food for everyone. And she loved to study. All the time she study only. Not only for the certificate, but she study. That's all I remember.
Today, Chunibala is 26 years old. 2 years short of the age at which Sharmila embarked upon this journey. All that Chunibala can think of is how she wants her aunt back within their family, but knows that Sharmila is dedicated to the cause. This feeling of pride in Sharmila and her fast has made her a legend. But on 26th of July, as soon as she announced her decision to break her fast, her family and friends were left grappling with the implication of the situation. Her brother, Irom Sharmila, gave up his job to support Sharmila and her cause. Today, he refuses to come in front of the camera to talk about his famous sister. Sharmila's mother, Irom Sharmila, on a number of occasions has proudly recounted childhood memories of her 9th child to anyone who wanted to hear about Sharmila. But when the media came knocking on her door, this time Sharmila turned tight-lipped and refused to talk about Sharmila's decision.
But when you listen all the clips, it is easily found that she is being frustrated. She is showing her anger to the people of the Manipur. She is fed up of the people's response to her. She is not happy with the people. So she might have announced this thing intentionally, maybe to show her anger to the people. Why you people are keeping silence for so long?
For 16 years, she has been confined to this room and her communication to outside world restricted. But in recent years, there has been a change of tone. The iron armor started to show chinks. Another narrative has started to play out. She has given periodic signals that she wants to reclaim her life. For instance, by seeking her right to vote or by indicating that she was in love and would like to marry once the objective of her fast has been achieved. Many attribute it to the possible romantic link-up with Desmond Coutinho, a British origin Goan.
Ownership ki habli nang kanano haba question nama lai banina adu effective oina bagi dama miyam na karam tana lepi roi hadana lepta ithana inthorpa pungpam duda ai admaina ai maga marriage contract tawraga ai anau boppan ju ama hang.
They have never met in person. Their only means of communication has been letters and soft toys that Coutinho sends over to Sharmila. A year ago, when Desmond Coutinho was in Imphal trying to meet her, a public scuffle broke out and he was taken into custody. Her family, though, refuses to talk about it. They have publicly disapproved of her choice of life partner. And this decision of breaking fast has certainly found little support among her people.
The sudden announcement made by her recently is a matter of serious concern for all the people, and some people are terming this announcement in a negative way and some in a positive way. My question is that to those who are giving negative comment to her announcement, for 16 years she has been detained under Attempt to Suicide Act, that is the IPC 309, and then she has been released many times because her movement has been announced as a prisoner of prisoner of conscience. It has been announced by Amnesty International Indian Unit. She is becoming a commodity for most of the people to get fame, earning, money, everything.
Irom Sharmila's fight and steadfast determination to protest is recognized by her people. Her statement that she would stand for assembly elections is a culmination of this.
Decision to stop the fasting, I think it's her decision. We should respect her decision. And the sad part is that tomorrow, after she stop her fasting, and tomorrow the ASFA get repealed, the credit will go to some other third guy, and all her credit will be, not her. That is the sad part now.
It's almost 16 years she has been completed her fasting, so I don't like her to get in election, and I would like her to continue her fasting to repeal this AFASPA. That's all.
This too is a form of resistance against being branded forever as the face of a cause and thereby denied a personal life.
Sharmila has been, and even today is completely connected with the youth or with the people of Manipur. But electoral politics and her decision to stand for election is something which is, bewildering for everyone to, make a sense of. But we respect her decision. This is her personal life, and she also assures or rather promises or keeps the belief, the faith in the electoral politics of India, and believes that through electoral wins she can, try her best to take away AFASPA from Manipur.
Perhaps she has done all she could by the fast. Certainly, it is too much to ask an individual to put her own life in abeyance. The cause remains.
With more than a decade of fasting, vital organs of Irom Sharmila have shriveled over the years. She appears frail, yet there is an innocence in her smile and a shine in her eyes. It is yet this innocence that has been dismissed by many political pundits, that this might not be the right opportune moment to go ahead for a political battle. The fact that she has decided to go ahead in life, and the fact that she has achieved enough with 60 years of fasting, and the fact that she is, of course, the biggest face and the voice against AFSPA, not only in Manipur but also across the world. She has won and made a mark in the non-violent protest, where she has established herself, even if she's not been able to successfully repeal AFSPA. But of course, history would remember her as a winner. And it's time to take that success forward with a broken fast.